Cookin. I'm your hostess, Cindy Schumacher. On today's show, we'll be making buffalo chicken, company potatoes, a spinach, bacon, and apple salad, and Reese's Rice Krispie bars. So we're going to start with the potatoes because they take an hour. I've got the oven preheated to 350. I have 30 ounces of hash browns here, and we have a pack of 16 slices of Kraft American cheese that we're going to tear and mix in with this. Just takes a little while. Just kind of rip it. This is an old family recipe from a friend of mine that is from Minnesota. She's living in Arizona now, but this is one of their family favorites, and whenever her kids come to visit, it's always #1 on the list for things to fix. And it's very simple, has very few ingredients. It's just the hash browns, the cheese. We're going to pour a pint of cream on there. It's a little bit of a takeoff of your cheesy hash browns that everybody makes. It's just a little bit different. Okay, I'm going to pour the pint of cream over it. We're going to add salt and pepper, just to taste, however you like it. You can always add more later, but you can't take it away, so just be a little sparing on that. This is a 7 by 11 pan. You can put it in a 9 by 13 pan, but it just seems to bake up a little better when the potatoes are thicker. Okay, so now I have a ½ cup of butter, and we're going to throw in breadcrumbs. This is just white bread that I've torn into cubes about 1 inch or so. You want to make sure that they're all covered with butter. And then these go over the top. And this makes a crispy, buttery crust. Well, like that. We're going to put it in the oven. It's going to bake for an hour at 350. Now, if you want a copy of any of these recipes, if you have internet, you go to the Valley homepage, www.valleytel.net. If you click on videos and click on the Country Cooking Cow on the right. If you don't have internet, give the girls at Valley a call. They'll be happy to help you with a copy of the recipe. So we're going to keep going here, and we're going to start on the Reese's Rice Krispie bars, I have 5 tablespoons of butter that I've melted on the stove, and we're going to dump in a bag of mini marshmallows. Get those stirred in so they start to melt, and you want to melt them on a fairly low heat, medium low or so. I'm going to put just a pinch of kosher salt in there. And while we're waiting for those to melt, I'm going to quick clean up. We'll be right back.
Blazing fast broadband internet from Valley is now available and better than ever. Let us help you decide which speed is best for you. The 50 meg speed would be sufficient for 1 to 4 devices, mainly emailing and surfing the web. Our 100 meg speed works great for 5 to 8 devices and multiple users streaming and downloading video. If you have 8 devices or more that are simultaneously streaming or gaming, or if you have a medium-sized business, the 250 meg speed would work best for you. For extreme heavy home or work from home use, or if you have a medium to large business using 15 or more devices, you may want to consider our 500 meg download speed to fit your needs. And if you're a home or business that needs it all, we have our 1000 meg, 1 gig broadband internet speed. Call our office today at 437-2615 and talk with one of our staff members to pick the speed that's best for you.
Okay, I'm going to add a half cup of peanut butter to my marshmallows and 5 tablespoons of butter. It's just about, marshmallows are just about dissolved. The secret to this recipe, though, is you have to work rather quickly when you start assembling it. We're going to put in 6 cups of Rice Krispies. The funny thing about this is that, you know, it's a lot like a regular Rice Krispie bar, except it has the extra peanut butter added, and then we're going to put half of it in the pan. It's not as sweet as you would think it would be, but it's always nice to have something like this on hand. If you've got hunters, you've got kids coming, a Halloween party or something like that, it's kind of a something different than the scotcheroos that everybody makes. So I'm going to toss in a half of the mixture. Spread it in a greased 9x13 pan. Take a little bit more here. seal just a little bit more, a couple of holes there. Looks like that. Then I have 12 Reese's peanut butter cups that the recipe actually calls for you to just lay the 12 in. I chop them up because it just distributes them a little better. So I just chop them up and kind of sprinkle them over the top, all over. Just want to make sure that you get them so that just about every bite gets a little bit of the chocolate in there. Like that. And we're going to take the rest of the Rice Krispie bars and distribute it over the top. Pack it in a little bit. It's already starting to cool, so that's why you gotta kind of work as quick as you can. I'm just going to pat it down a little bit. You want to pack it firm, but not so firm that it's so solid. You want it to be able to slice it and for people to bite it without much effort. So it looks like that. Now I'm going to melt a 1/4 cup of milk chocolate chips. Just going to put it in the microwave for just a few minutes here. And then I have a 1/4 cup of peanut butter that I'm going to soften in the microwave too. We're going to drizzle that over the top, and that's all there is to it. It's very simple, goes rather quickly. I'm going to stir this while I put this in. I don't know if the rest of you have trouble sometimes melting your chocolate chips in the microwave. Sometimes you get it too melted too fast and then it kind of crystallizes. So I'm just trying to avoid that. So just melting the creamy peanut butter in there for just a few seconds gets it nice and runny. So you just want to do the drizzle over the top like this. Another funny thing that I found with this is they're almost better the second day. I don't know what it is, because sometimes things are just better the second day, but let's see how this is now. myself out with a spoon. The chocolate is thicker than the peanut butter is, so not quite as easy to drizzle. There we go. Looks like that. Just set that aside. We're going to take a quick break while we clean up. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to start the buffalo chicken. I have 4 chicken breast halves that I've pounded as flat as I could, and start with salting and peppering. I'm going to just do them one at a time. I have 2 eggs that I've beaten here. We're going to dip in an egg, and then I have seasoned breadcrumbs. And I have 2 tablespoons of canola oil in my skillet. Looks like a lot of chicken, doesn't it, when you flatten it out like that? Normally a chicken breast doesn't look that big, but if you wanted to do this for game day or for appetizers, you could too. You can cut it into smaller pieces, either before or after you cook them. Just a little more oil. I've got a bare spot there. Okay, I have this on about 300, and if you cook it too fast, then it's going to get too dark on the other side before you want the chicken to cook through. So just be patient. Put it on about 300 if you're using this, or like a medium to high heat. You know, not quite high. So we're going to start assembling the salad. I have spinach that I've stemmed. Remember, you always want to stem your spinach because you don't want anyone to choke on a stem. I have a red delicious apple that you want to leave the peeling on because you want the color, and I've sliced it in half, cored it, and then sliced it into chunks. We're going to add 5 strips of bacon that are fried crisp and cut. I've got 3 green onions, sprinkle that over the top, and a 1/4 cup of slivered almonds. It's a nice fall salad. You've got your color from the apples and the bacon and everything like that. So we'll make the salad dressing in a minute. I'm going to quick clean up. We'll be right back.
Valley is now offering updated digital TV packages and prices. Ask us about the brand new Choice TV package. Call Valley today at 437-2615.
We're going to turn the chicken breasts. They're nice and crispy and brown on this side. Put the lid back on. In just a little bit, when that other side gets pretty well done, we're going to sprinkle a 1/4 cup of shredded mozzarella and provolone cheese too. I can't find provolone in a brick to shred, so I just cut it into slivers and it works just fine. So we're going to work on the salad dressing. I'm going to use my little dressing mixer, and we're going to start with a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Three tablespoons of red wine vinegar. I need a teaspoon of sugar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of prepared mustard. Now, the recipe then calls for freshly ground black pepper and salt to taste. So you can use your judgment as far as how zippy you want it, or set this a little bit finer. Sprinkle a little bit of salt in there. Okay, that's all there is to it. So we're gonna take a quick break while we wait for the chicken to be done. Pretty soon the potatoes will be done. We'll be ready to roll. Be right back. Okay, it's time for the buffalo wing sauce. There's several different kinds in the grocery store. I'm using circus wing sauce. This is actually from the Circus Bar in Aberdeen. So it calls for about a 1/4 cup. I drizzle a little bit on each breast, and then kind of spread them around if you need a little more. And you can actually serve the sauce on the side and let them add more if they want, but cover it. And I'm also using medium. They have mild, and I'm sure you can buy hot if you'd prefer. I like the medium because it gives it just enough heat, but it doesn't ruin your day by being too hot. So it looks like this. And we're gonna let that sauce simmer on there a few minutes, and then we'll sprinkle it with cheese, and that just takes about 2 minutes. And as soon as the potatoes are ready, we'll be ready to go. We'll be right back.
Internet is here. Valley now has higher broadband speeds of up to 1 gigabit. Get the bandwidth you need for all your devices at one time. Gaming with no lag time. Video stream your favorite movies instantly in HD quality. Video chat with friends and family without interruption. Download your favorite music and photos in seconds. All on our 100% fiber optics network. Valley offers managed Wi-Fi and backup services too, bringing together all the services you need. Valley Telecommunications Cooperative.
We're going to put the cheese on. Pop this on for just a minute to melt that cheese. The potatoes are done. We have the bars cut. Dish those. I want to remind you one last time that if you want a copy of any of these recipes, if you don't have internet, give the girls at Valley a call. They'll be happy to help you with a copy. If you do have internet, go to the Valley homepage, www.valleytel.net, and you go to click on videos, and you'll see the Country Cookin' cow on the side. You want to click on that, and that's where you'll find all the recipes. So looks like the chicken is ready. Just going to do a little bit of color on there. And we're all set. We have our buffalo chicken, our company potatoes, our spinach, bacon, and apple salad, and our Reese's Rice Krispie bars. Thanks for joining us today on this edition of Country Cookin'. We hope to see you next time.